Presidents, prime ministers and world leaders have made the trek to the mountains 70 miles northwest of Washington, D.C. at the invitation of American presidents. Allies paid visits. British prime ministers from Winston Churchill and Margaret Thatcher
Divide the United Kingdom from the United States
to Tony Blair.
Excellent.
Over the past 70 years, high-profile meetings were largely held away from public view, while policy debates were mixed with personal diplomacy.
There's no substitute for face-to-face meetings, getting to know people, and even making assessments of them, whether this is somebody you can trust, seeing what the strengths and weaknesses are.
Every U.S. president since Franklin Roosevelt has made use of the mountaintop retreat after it was converted from a federal employee camp during the Second World War.
When the war started, the Secret Service was concerned about President Roosevelt being on his yacht in the Potomac, and they were looking for a land-based location in the mountains. Camp High CATOCTIN here at CATOCTIN Mountain Park was chosen, and then early after President Roosevelt moved in, he changed the name to Shangri-La.
President Dwight Eisenhower decided Shangri-La was too fancy for a farm boy and renamed it Camp David after his father and grandson. During Eisenhower's term, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev visited, and later President John F. Kennedy conferred with Eisenhower during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
The conference agenda is secret, but the Cuban invasion was surely discussed.
In 1978, President Jimmy Carter brokered a peace agreement between Egyptian President Anwar al-Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin. Ronald Reagan spent more time at Camp David than any other president to date, earning him a place close in the hearts of local residents.
Polled the most favorite president of all, spent a recorded 585 days at Camp David. He loved Camp David. We are a big fan of Cozy of Ronald Reagan.
Locals have gotten used to world visitors stopping to pay a visit to their neighbor.
The folks in the northern part of the county in Thurmont kind of respect the fact that this is a place for the president to get out of the bubble of Washington, D.C. And so it's been pretty low-key over the years.
Unlike last year in Paris, there will be less red carpet and more green trees evident as this year's G8 summit gets underway. Tracy Brown, Associated Press.